This podcast is protected under the laws of the United States and other countries. Unauthorized duplication, distribution, or exhibition may result in civil liability, criminal prosecution, and the wrath of the tall man.
Boy! Hey, let's talk about you, the ID10T community events at ID10T.com, like Russ Stevens, a.k.a.
Cat Bus Russ,
who has started a podcast called 90 for Chill, which Russ says is dedicated to movies with a runtime between 74 and 99 minutes, the time frame that I feel is ideal. Russ, I could not agree with you more. That is a fantastic idea. Russ goes on to say there are times you need a cinematic fix but don't have time for the latest Scorsese masterpiece or offering from a comic book universe. There's also times when you need a conclusion to prevent a binge costing you a whole night. My guest and I try to follow these guidelines as we chat up features that are definitely worth your time and are beyond easy to make time for. 90 for Chill, the podcast, can be found on all major podcast platforms at 90forchill.com, and that's spelling out 90, Ninety, 4 FOR, chill. So there you go. Thank you so much for sharing, Russ. Really great idea for a podcast. Events at ID10T.com for everyone else.
A full moon. A spooky, deserted mansion. Halloween night.
All right, dudes! And dusters. Let's party!
10 kids. All they want to do is raise a little hell. Now, as long as they live, they'll wonder what's gotten into them. Night of the Demons.
Blessed be the sinners, for the day of atonement is at hand.
Stop looking at me.
We're gonna get out of here.
Night of the Demons. Party till you drop.
Hello there.
Hey, Cat Bus Russ here. Thanks for checking out this bonus episode of 90 for Chill, the podcast, which is a conversation that I had with Patreon member Tim Bates about Night of the Demons. I mentioned that he had done a couple of conversations with me for the podcast on the last episode about Hard Target, and I figured, well, that Night of the Demons episode was not in the feed, so I better go and throw it in there just to pay proper respect to a good friend of mine and possibly encourage him to get back on the show. But with that said, I also like to shout out his fellow Patreon member, The Scoop Staley. And if you want to help the podcast out, go to patreon.com/idigcrazyflicks for more information. And on to the show.
Little Hand says it's time to rock and roll.
Bring the noise.
All right, so we are back on 90 for Chill, the podcast. This is just more serendipity, I suppose. It's kind of disappointing that we're not doing this on Halloween. I mean, that would keep you away from the trick-or-treaters at least.
I got kids. I'm stuck doing it.
Oh, so okay. Well, let's get those razor blades and apples ready then. I have Tim Bates. He has been spoken well of on this podcast. Kodiak Thompson, when he was doing the Don Coscarelli episode, where we primarily because he wanted to do John dies at the end. Brought up, well, if it wasn't for Tim at Barnes and Nobles, I probably wouldn't have known that book. So, yes, this is the legend, Tim Bates, and we are going to discuss 1988's Night of the Demons. This is definitely like, I'm surprised it was 88 since it came, it definitely had Evil Dead 2 to immediately live up to.
Well, like this franchise. So there's a third one that I haven't had the privilege of seeing here, but I've seen the first two because, like, if we're gonna date ourselves here, the video store that I frequented. So this one in the horror section, the second one was iconic for the art on the case. It was the prom queen demon with
the
a
eyeball and a fork.
lollipop.
Oh,
it was a skull lollipop.
Okay.
Well, they had a few different art ones, but like at mine, it was that like skull lollipop and like going to bite it or whatnot. But like that always stuck out in my head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So this, I mean, I've known the legend of this one, and obviously the art has always been great on it. And by the end of it, actually, I was like, all right. So we had Bajas during the being played during the dance scene in this movie, and
which one? Because there was a couple.
Oh no, it was I think it was Angie's.
No, the interpretive dance.
Yes, correct. So, and when you incorporate Bajas into a horror movie, that's usually signs of a good thing.
Yeah.
My immediate go-to is the last time I really heard Bajas in a horror movie was The Collector. During the creepy sex scene before the bear traps and the projector trap. Have you seen The Collector?
I have not.
Oh, yeah, the collection is good. It's just nothing compared to, I mean, it tries to really just get over the top, like any good well, if a movie's not really designed for a sequel, the only thing you can do is just take it to the new extreme.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
that's like every horror 80s horror movie.
Right. Well, I say that as I constantly say on this story about my time where I like to joke that I cock-blocked Billy Corgan from scoring with Scarlett Bordeaux. She's a valet on WWE right now at a wrestling show. And like, it was basically, the story was, well, she's just saying, I don't know if I have what it takes to Billy, Billy now owns the NWA, National Wrestling Alliance.
Okay.
Before this, though, he was trying to get in with the promotion I trained with in Chicago, and he eventually just started his own and then sold it off. And then he decided to go and buy the oldest wrestling company, and he's doing good stuff with it, but I digress. So she's just saying, I don't know if I would have what it takes, I'm only 5'6", and he said, well, that's too short. And I'm just drinking my cocktail right next to them, and it's like, how is 5'6" too short? You're telling me at 5'5" is too short? Yep. And somehow we get into an argument over Hangover 2 versus The Hangover, which I wasn't a big fan of The Hangover, but Hangover 2, like, what are, if you take it to whoa, okay, yeah, they took it to the next level. I'm impressed. It's so.
Wasn't it the first 5 minutes was a giraffe decapitation in the second one?
That was the third one.
Oh, okay.
The second one's the one that takes place in Bangkok.
Oh, that's right.
And I try to keep this podcast clean, so I can't recite the best joke in the movie. There's a reason they call it Bangkok and not Bang C word.
Yeah.
Which I've only dropped on like one podcast. And it wasn't my podcast. I was on a Tattoo Squid podcast. I'm still waiting for that episode to come out. And it's like as I say, I do these podcasts a little tank, and may have called my little sister, who was at that time I was describing her. Yeah, bit of that. So yeah, I was so as I say with Bajas playing that and then the interpretive dance, yeah, this is something good. And this actually is from a director that really got me into the no budget horror movie stuff. His name is Kevin S. Tenney, and this is how I kind of found out. Like I'm thinking, well, the song by I can't remember the name of the band, but the computer date song in the first dance sequence
Mhm.
of the movie. Like, all right, yeah, that's cool. That is definitely the 80s punk I like when it's well, I mean I love my rebellious Reagan youth stuff, but
I
then
love that if you put on the subtitles, it says ineligible lyrics. It can't put the lyrics up.
that's weird. It didn't put it just for a
Or
minute there.
it just
I
said music, and it was like you could. They had no idea what it was for the streaming service. They were like they didn't even try.
you watched it on Pluto or
Yeah, I watched it on Pluto this time.
yeah, so I had the Shutter subscription, so
Pluto did not care.
yeah. They didn't do the lyrics on it, but for a second there I thought they said fear, and then it's like as I'm rewinding it, oh no, it's not fear. That's just what's on the boombox on the stereo place. So I'm looking at the end during the end credits, and I got the movie running in my peripheral right now. We're about to see Julie's Bum, which is like, yeah, this is the Kevin S. Tenney. I go and hit Shazam during the end credits to see what that song was, and no, I don't need to talk about that Apple Watch. Okay, and it turns out it's written by his, I believe, his brother, who does the music on most of his movies. And then I'm looking at, well, shoot, surely this guy's got a Wikipedia page. Daniel, and then it's like, no, it just directs me to all his brother's stuff, and it's like, oh, this is the guy who directed Brain Dead. We're not talking, we're not talking Peter Jackson's Dead Alive, originally titled Brain Dead.
Okay.
Brain Dead was a movie that at the Peoria Independent Theater, which only lasted maybe 2-3 years and wasn't really much of a theater like this showing. So I went there because they had a B movie double feature, and I heard Brain Dead on it. So it's like, it's got to be, oh, it's going to be Peter Jackson's Dead Alive. Cool. No, it was a B movie from a brand that's kind of lesser trauma, I suppose. If I have
Lesser
to rank,
trauma.
if I have to rank them, and it's and it was Brain Dead. It's an alien invasion movie in a cabin. So dare I say, Evil Dead meets a shot on video. The effects aren't as great. The nudity is far more depraved. The gore is a little more intense.
Okay.
And it's still got that sense of humor throughout it.
So like a super dark sense of humor, and then they just went way
over the top of the nudity and
okay.
As they say, the gore effects. Yeah, they use a little CG, which I say is just something that's got to stay away from horror. I mean, I suppose when you're just gonna have a body run around with a hole in its head after getting punched, yeah, a little green screen effect. I don't blame it, but
There's something to be said about like you cannot touch like real prosthetics. Even if they're badly done prosthetics, I would take that over like bad CGI any day of the week.
Well, and I'm caveating it by saying in horror, like in sci-fi, like nobody's gonna want. We've all seen Carnosaur, or at least
Yes.
a trailer for it. You want your CG dinosaurs. So yeah, so this is so this guy is the reason, like, all right, well, I'm gonna give up writing these independent movies about my wrestling career, and I wrote my my pro wrestling zombie comedy, Main Event of the Dead. That's where that's kind of that was my 30s, I guess, was trying to, come on, please like this stuff, get me a Kickstarter, tell me some tricks, geez. I mean, we could shoot this in a weekend. And my trivia team that I just formed, which is constructed by a girl who's just looking for trivia partners on Bumble. And no, we had to lose the Dalton's team from work. Yeah, so she was like, no, it takes longer to shoot a movie. Uh, you're not familiar with Black Dynamite, or
I can say
yeah,
so few movies that have been shot in just a few days,
yes, yeah. I'm not saying it's going to be a good movie, but
but it's a movie.
movie, yeah. Get me that IMDb cred. Um, so that's yeah. So, Brain Dead, that movie I'm talking about, is on Tubi.
Okay.
So I'm doing going through that right now. Really, Brain Dead? Yeah, that's the Tubi. I got to pass that on. I actually ended up finding the DVD for it. So yeah, this is that. So Kevin S. Tenney. I know he did the Witchboard movies too. I think it was. Um, so that's So he's a little more accomplished than I ever thought after watching this movie. I haven't seen any of the Witchboards, so but so yeah, I got my Chromebook running all my note docs. So this is I mean, this movie has a lot of stuff that makes you think that it is going to be something cheap, though. Like everybody involved seem to have names that really, those are your real names, like Hal Havis, Jeff.
Sal, the Italian name Sal.
Oh, Jeff with a J, Jeffries with a G. Like I think like there's an Al Avens. I mean, it's like
Yeah.
um, and then I think any kind of genre sort of peaks when you have the animated credit sequence.
Okay, I was actually going to talk. I actually think that's super cool because, like, I really the intro to that for if you're trying to get a feeling for a movie and you don't have necessarily like the budget or anything for
Yeah.
it. Like I thought the artistic style of the animated intro was really cool
Oh,
because it set a creepy vibe with it and it felt almost punk with the synth vibe, synth heavy horror leading up to it.
Oh, I'm not saying it's bad. It just made me think back to this early aughts movie, Tomcats, with Jerry O'Connell. Oh shoot, I'm trying to think of his name. I'm going to a Stewie Griffin impersonation as he's from the Misery episode of Family Guy. Jake, mother, loving Busey, Shannon Elizabeth.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
not a good movie, but they decide, oh, and we're gonna do the credits and animation. It's like, I guess it sets the tone, but yeah, that's just a more of an observation, not an indictment.
Fair.
So first thing I think of with this movie is like, yeah, it's Midwest, at least until Roger pops up in the back seat.
Well, every horror movie has to have like the dartboard or the check marks. You go down the list of what cast members you have. Although they didn't go with the the black guy dies first,
yeah,
and they did have the Asian girlfriend dies, at some point, but like they did a few things different with this one that I found very pleasant. Like as far as it followed a lot of the same formula that horror movies at the time did, but it did some things that others didn't, and it was very cool in how it went about it.
Yeah, no, it's stuff definitely. It doesn't do anything wrong. I think is the important thing with the.
I wouldn't say that, but
okay, well, so yeah, but I'm just saying, it's
like the solid 30 seconds to a minute of the grocery store where you have to just sit there and while the one steals the grocery store from a garbage bag, as the store stares at the panties.
Yeah, but that's standard 80s fare. I mean, we're only 4 years removed from Revenge of the Nerds, with which everybody says, "Oh, that's an awful movie now," and it's like the title is Revenge.
Oh no, I'm not even talking about going down that rabbit hole.
Well, I'm just saying I'm just saying when people say, "Oh, you can't watch," like No, it is a revenge movie. If you put it in that light, it's all justifiable.
Hmm.
And more justifiable than 16 Candles and Date Rape.
Yeah.
So, um, so this, and speaking of Midwest, like the guy you expect to be the protagonist, Jay Jansen. I'm surprised, like, this wasn't a bigger movie in Peoria with my friends when I was growing up, because that's the name of the big attorney, probably the
Hmm.
biggest attorney in Central Illinois. I'm saying from East St. Louis all the way up to just south of I-80 in the Indiana border. So it's like, oh yeah, Jay Jansen. And then there was a politician actually named Hull who was in a Peoria state representative Peoria in Congress for like 5 terms. And I think I saw some legal cases against him, so that almost fits. Um, and then there's just like, I guess I'm a little thrown off by 80s fashion in a sense.
Well, like
Because
when he
yeah,
says he's like not gonna dress up,
dress
but he's
up, and I'm
straight up,
like looking like he's from Miami Vice.
yeah, like straight up looks like he's trying to be Selleck.
Yeah, right. It's like, come on. It was like, no, I would have gone with the like, oh, I'm just too hip for this stuff. Look,
I mean, he's so cool. He tries to make out with her in front of her mom and brother.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah. That's yeah. I mean, you're just hoping for the guy to die, and this is before all the best dialogue is delivered by the demons.
Yeah,
Or
we
you're,
don't even know that this dude is a scumbag yet. We just think he's trying to kiss her, you know. You don't know
yeah,
exactly what's going on yet.
right. So, and actually, like, I'll get to that point, but it's like, yeah, I'm just going through it. It's like, yeah, as I say, the dialogue's not overly impressive until the demons are introduced, I think. I mean, you get the good sour balls joke.
Yes.
Like, you guys have sour balls here? I guess you don't get that many blowjobs. Let's see. But yeah, I mean it's paced pretty well. I'm almost like, it really does spend a half hour just BSing as they get to the funeral parlor.
Yeah, they did spend a lot of time leading up to and building up.
Yeah, I'm not saying it ended up being bad, and I do like the twist where he eventually thinks Sal is probably the better guy.
Even like the two people that you think are supposed to be douchebags, like the guy with the mullet and the pig nose,
Stooge.
Stooge. Stooge and Sal both turn out to be like the better of the people. Like Stooge ends up turning like, you know, dying first and becoming like a zombie, but like he makes a couple jokes and he's still a chauvinistic pig, but
Yeah, I was
like
about to
he
say, as
no,
I said,
I'm
this
not
movie is.
defending him,
I'm
but
saying this
like
movie is very Midwest.
yeah, but like he goes to like watch the bathroom for one of the girls like
Right.
while she's in there, like he doesn't try to force his way in like
Well, I'll
the
give him
jock
that.
or anything like
Yeah.
that, you know, like so at the same time the two people that you think are the two going to be the two worst show more humanity than everyone
Yes.
else.
Right. Um, I do like, though. Like, I think Kevin Smith had to have watched this movie because of the coffin joke. As our two really non just bodies, I would say, are the Asian girl and the white guy, the nerdy white guy, are in the coffin. It's like, oh gosh, we're not supposed to bend this way. This is worse. This is worse than my brother's Volkswagen.
Yeah.
If we all know mall rats. I'd like to take the girls to a place where it's very uncomfortable. The back of a Volkswagen? um so yeah, it's just as I say, just looking at the timeline, I thought this was before Evil Dead 2, and when I watched House, it's kind of like, Well, we were getting an idea of the comedy element. I mean, House is almost a PG-13 rated movie, in all honesty. If you cut a few like they only have F bombs from I think Richard Mole and the Vietnam flashbacks at that.
Right.
And this one, no. And better bring up the old man at the beginning.
Oh, absolutely.
Yes.
That was the one thing about this movie that, like, at first you were like, you feel bad for him because you don't know, like,
Yeah, when he says you're gonna get yours tonight, and I know he's holding a lottery ticket, it's like, what, are you gonna buy a tank like a Robot Chicken sketch?
then then he's like, I had to actually like go back because that's the one thing they did not do a good job of shooting that scene, because like you have to like really look to see that he's got razor blades.
Okay.
And like I I didn't know. I thought it was like rat poison or something.
All right.
Because I thought I had to wait until like seeing the entire movie to see the end scene and go, oh, that's what it was. And then I had to go back and like actually like come up and like pause the screen to see what it was, because they did not like not freeze frame, but like close up on the important parts of the scene. They just did a quick, he spilled his groceries and then we're gone.
Well, not, and I don't think you necessarily like, you get the joke right at the end. Anyhow,
Oh, absolutely.
You don't need to.
No, absolutely. But like they were trying to like preface it, like
you
wanted
to believe that he's the vengeful spirit at some point. And and we didn't have that many trick-or-treaters this year, so had to do something with all those apples. So then you do really do feel for Sal because of Judy like immediately jumping at the coffin gag that just happened as I'm watching in my peripheral. Like, oh, you were gonna do the same thing. Like, he's any worse?
So. The thing, like, I watched this movie, like, in what universe is any of the dirty mausoleum, surgical room, like crematorium areas, like, man, this is hot. I totally want to fool around on this this bed that they have cremated bodies on.
Yeah. I don't know. After watching You're Next, if you've seen that one, there's a scene after we discover the twist, the first twist, I should say. Oh, I'm just seeing Chekhov's slider being used. As they're setting up the party, and like, I don't know, could they not afford many more extras, because this ain't a party.
Or do you know any group that has this many completely different types of people?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, like I said, they checked all the boxes off when they went down the list of what they needed for a horror movie.
Right.
But like, no group actually looks like this.
Right. And I'm just saying, like, they write the situation better, dare I say, in a Friday the 13th movie, where it's like, oh, these are just people who have to get close because, oh, they're going to be operating the camp.
Yeah, they're required to because they have a job. There's no reason for these people to be stuck together.
Right. They're just like,
or even like Sal crashing the party.
Yeah.
And they're all like, Sal's not invited, but they let him stay.
Yeah. And then you have the well, it reminds me of another low budget movie that I got to see back in Peoria. It's My Party and I'll Die If I Want to, which is pretty much similar story in the sense that they have a birthday party at the every town's murder house. I mean, the most significant thing of that movie was done by like all of Tom Savini's students.
Okay.
He does a cameo at the beginning, which is better than the cameo he had in Lost Boys, the Tribe. Not a bad cameo though for him. Like, that's the best scene, is when they kill Tom Savini right at the beginning. But It's My Party. It's you have them setting up the party, and then the demons do all the killing, and then it's like our heroine, Ginger, who's dressed up as Elvira, who happens to be a karate expert, defeats the demon, and then everybody joins the party, and then the demons are still alive. It's actually a choose your own, like the gimmick also is choose your own adventure or chapter, dare I say.
Okay.
So you do it on default. It's like, oh, and yeah, no, like the moment she tries leaving, they push her back in because it's a mob, and then everybody starts dying. But yeah, it's kind of like, well, 2000. I think that was 2007. I know the remake. I think of this was 2009. I presume it's a remake. It definitely looks like one. Which is again a statement to Kevin S. Tenney's influence on horror. If he's got remakes,
Yeah.
yeah. One thing I would say is just looking over my notes, like if only Richard Pryor was young enough to play Roger. I mean, if you want scared black guy energy,
Okay, yeah. No, I could see it.
yeah.
I could totally see it.
That might just be the Peorian in me since he's ours.
Although I do think some of the like in here, like I'm watching along here too, and like I'm at the party. This is one of the few times where I think a lot of times if you were a group of high school kids partying in like a house like that, you would have a boombox drinking and stuff.
Yeah.
Well, the whole putting out the spread is not there.
You're right.
Like I do think they do a pretty good job of like have it like making a fire and like people just kind of drinking beer and dancing around. It looks like what a party actually would be like.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just saying we need a little more. We need a little more few more bodies.
Oh yeah, no,
yeah,
a little more bodies to feel it out.
Yeah,
but
and then you got the death of I can't remember her name, but it's just like thrown in there, literally thrown in there, as Roger was sleeping in the car.
Oh yeah, yeah, that one. They were just like, "How do we kill her?"
Make them buy that. There's going to be this format called DVD. Make them buy that.
Yeah, that's a deleted scene. I actually want to know, like, is there a deleted scene where we see how she dies?
Yeah, because she just disappears when the gate disappears.
Like, yeah, they're searching for the gate, and then all of a sudden he like does the one sensible thing and just hides in the car for hours, and then all of a sudden her dead body is just thrown on top of the car.
Right. So, I mean, the best thing about this, I guess, is the makeup effects. I mean, I'd say it's definitely up there with, say, Evil Dead's.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously, this guy is not as talented as Sam Raimi, so you don't get those. Like, you only get one like camera shot that almost looks like it, and that's when Judy's falling in the end.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, oh, you're gonna do a perspective now? So that's but
this falls in line with there's like it just like it's the director like has a really really good concept, and like you've said it before, like in some of your other the episodes you've done of like with Kevin Smith being like he's got a really good vision and you follow him with the story, but he's not the greatest director.
Oh, I've said that about Carpenter as well.
Yeah, it was the Carpenter. Yeah, and it was just like he's got a lot going on the screen. He knows what he wants, but he just slaps the camera down and like, all right, make it happen.
Yes. Oh, he jokes about that. I think Evening with Kevin Smith 2, Evening Harder. When somebody
the idiot child that has when Bruce Willis like yells at him not knowing camera sizes.
No, that's the third
lens sizes.
I think that's the third Kevin Smith. Evening with Kevin Smith. 3 Evening with Kevin Smith. I have not watched that yet though. No, this is the one right after Jersey Girl. And they wish they would have done more with the mirrors, like the broken glass. Now that I'm seeing it in my peripheral. No, Kevin Smith said Somebody asked him, well, you were working on Green Hornet, weren't you? Would you have casted Affleck? Oh, I'd cast Affleck to play everybody, even Kato. Yes, I want him doing the most obscene Asian accent. But what's the movie gonna be? I'm gonna set the camera in front of the Kato and the Green Hornet in front of the Black Beauty, and like they're just talking, bullshitting, and then something's going on to the side of the screen, action wise. You hear it, and then they come back and start making pot jokes again. Like, and if you see, dare I say though, if you see Jay and the Silent Bob reboot, when they do show like the reboot of Crunk, Blunt Man, and Chronic, where they have Val Kilmer play Blunt Man, which he's a great sport. This is 2019. And I hear everybody praising Top Gun Maverick. I haven't seen it yet because it's a propaganda piece. I don't know. Maybe I need to see Top Gun Maverick because I think the story is basically drones versus pilots.
I don't know.
I mean, I hear it looks great, but it's like, dude, if somebody's not stealing a pair of F-16s to save their dad in not Libya, I'm not interested.
I'm not gonna lie. I haven't watched it yet because of the people that told me it was amazing over and over again.
Yeah, no,
it's the people that came in and like off the street, like come into work and be like, have you seen this yet? You need to see, like, the Church of Tom Cruise, hammer me over the head with how amazing the movie was. And after hearing that every day, like for a week straight after it came out, I was like, I'll get to it some point.
Yeah. I mean, I might watch Avatar before Avatar 2, but I've never seen Avatar. The ride in Disney.
Have you seen Dances with Wolves?
Yes,
it's Dances with Wolves in Space. You don't need to spend 4 hours.
No. It's South. No, South Park. South Park nailed it. If you remember, Dances with Smurfs. So yeah, no, it's just more of like I went to Disney World and it's like I went on, like we had the first thing you have to do in Animal Kingdom is get to the Avatar ride. Like that's the longest ride all the time. It's a cool ass ride. So it's like, all right.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Like the CGI was cool and everything in that movie. It was a cool movie, but
it's beyond derivative. Like it's like, it's like I'm saying as I'm seeing like neon lights and everything, like this couldn't have been like Alien versus Predator world. I mean, Disney's got the rights.
That would be awesome.
I know. Like you could have reshot the video for the ride, which I know is probably.
Oh God! Like just like with Universal, when like they had the sweet like, Back to the Future rides or any of the.
Well, true. I missed the Back to the Future ride. I don't think it should ever have been moved, but the Simpsons ride might still be the greatest ride.
See, I have not had the pleasure of going to any of the large theme parks and experiencing this. I've seen clips of them. My humble Midwest upbringing was not able to go to the coast.
No, I did not, like, I'm just now coming to terms with, I was a 1%er, except my parents didn't actually raise us to act like 1%ers. Like, we went to, I'm going to the University of Iowa for wrestling camp. Well, I'm trying to get a scholarship. This is my parents' investment. Okay, I got it. And then I don't know, every 5 years we ended up going to Florida, but like the first 2 years was driving down. It's like, first 2 times is driving down. Like, yeah, okay, we're gonna have to stop at this historical. It's like shameful now. I've seen like after my trip in 87, it's like, we're going to drive back down to Florida in 92. Okay, we're gonna check out Stone Mountain again, right? Love that laser show. I was 12. I did not quite, and never mind. I would go to a junior high that emphasized the Civil War was about states' rights. So I didn't have a great grip on that at that point. It's more or less like, I don't want them to blow up the monument because, well, you're gonna blow up half a mountain to. But it was a cool laser show, though. I didn't realize what I was cheering for. I was 7. So
Yeah.
yeah, so it's like, not until like I'm trying to get a car loan and like, yeah, you're gonna need somebody to sign with you. Okay, well, yeah, my dad will be here soon. And then like, okay, how much do you make in a year, Mr. Stevens? Russ, would you leave the room? Okay. So that's when I kind of realized like, oh, and I should have known that because like my graduation party, like all my friends are coming, and then like you got their parents coming to the graduation party too, and it's like my longest friend, the last guy, I mean, he was definitely he was definitely a Jay Jansen, let's just put it that way. Like my mom was saying, oh, his father was freaked out because like everybody knows your dad at Caterpillar, but it's like, so he was expecting like a big mansion and such. Like, I didn't what? He just works at Caterpillar. So yeah, so it's like so yeah, it was basically every 5 years we'd get to go to Florida. Like I saw the Back to the Future ride. That was because actually we flew down in 97, and then it's like all the delays, they gave us a free flights to use in a year. And it's like, oh, we'll go to Universal next time. So that's how I saw this. That's how I saw The Simpsons, T3, T2 3D. Neither of those are still there, which is kind of disappointing. Not The Simpsons, Back to the Future.
Yeah.
As I say though, but then it's my father spoiling the grandchildren. It's like, man, if I knew this was going to happen to the grandkids, I could have definitely raw dogged a little more. So,
not worth
yeah,
it.
no, I have enough trouble taking care of myself. That's beyond. Yeah, no, until I stop wanting to, until I want to get get ambitious with my employment, which at 42, no, that's past you, man. There's no retirement.
I've been ambitious in the past, and
I've
I've had my knees kicked out like 5 times now.
Oh no,
so
I'm
happy where I'm at.
Yeah, no, we're both in the same place after getting pretty much getting our knees capped out by the banking industry at the same time. And in all likelihood, I mean, no, I was definitely making more per hour at the place we're at than I was at I just couldn't get full time. So yeah, that's but oh gosh, yeah, Galaxy's Edge, I could have probably like my little older sister. Why would anybody go to the Star Wars hotel they're opening for $2,000 a night?
My God.
Again, I don't have a retirement. What's this mutual fund I have?
Oh man.
Yeah, so and I went to the trouble of getting the lightsaber, like, which took the entire trip to get a time for. So yeah, so I'm at the movie where they're finally like, I gotta give Matt and his girlfriend credit. They did their best for Jay.
I love how they constantly like he's just filled with stories about like the legend of this place. Like, what do you mean legend?
Yeah.
If this is supposed to be just a funeral home, A, why is it so massive? And B, how is there like legends of things, and like they have running water to hold back evil spirits, and
Right,
like
the entire Native American thing.
What is this?
Yeah. No, there's too many coincidences, but that does bring back, and I didn't put it in my notes from watching the movie the first time. You do get the app. I mean, it is fun having our Judy character dressed as Alice from Alice in Wonderland.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Don't think that quote unquote subtlety was lost.
Right. So,
And I love the where the one character, he's just like, I know my father was a preacher.
yes, Roger. Right.
He's just, don't worry, like if nobody understood, he is aware, and he was like, this place smelled, and it got cold all of a sudden. This is a demon infestation.
Yeah.
I know because my father was a preacher.
Right.
Exposition dump number one.
Right. So it does make me wonder, though, did Judy actually sleep with Sal?
See, they never actually say. Like,
she says that's none of your business, though.
She says it's none of her business just because, like, she's pissed off at the dude because he just assumes, and he keeps on, like, trying to force it in.
Yeah.
Like, on that. And, like, she's overall uninterested in Sal, and Sal just seems like a blowhard anyway.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm not entirely convinced that anything happened with anybody with her, because if there's actually a book, I can pull up the author here in just a moment, but it's called How to Survive a
I've
horror
definitely
movie.
heard of it. Yeah.
I have read it quite a few times, and it's super funny, but that is one of the cardinal rules, is that to survive a horror movie, you have to be a virgin.
A virgin, yeah.
You have to be a virgin if you want to survive. And she survives.
Well, I was kind of, true, but like the director had no issue with her just dropping her boy shorts. Like,
but nobody touched her. And the only person that got that close was the dude made out with her, but then her creepy little brother, who made comments about her body multiple times.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not saying I didn't do well, not to my older sister. She didn't have a sense of, the poetic critic, she has quite the sense of humor, but it's very subtle. She's very high on the high end of the autism spectrum. Now, did I do some creepy shit to my little sister?
Like staring at your sister in a see-through bra.
No. I may have, known she was in the bathroom and just dropped my trousers to moon the moment she opened the door. That's the worst of it. I paid for that.
A mooning among siblings is nothing.
Yeah. And I paid for that when we were living together in Normal, and her boyfriend was over, and he's second generation Irish. We don't know if his dad got here legally. And gosh, I'm just saying that's how Irish he was. And I walk in and all right, well, what's going on? I go in the bedroom doors open, and no, his bare Irish ass, just like we're talking, could just almost like looking in the sun.
Seth Grahame-Smith, How to Survive a Horror Movie by Seth Grahame-Smith.
Okay.
Excellent book to look up, filled with hilarity.
Now, does it say sequels? Because, of course, we all remember Scream 2.
So it breaks it down into chapters that are different movie genres. Both sequels are in there, as well as it goes slasher, sci-fi, demonic.
Okay.
And it breaks it down, and it's actually hilarious how in-depth it goes.
Now, you see, I think I'd survive horror movies anyhow now, since I'm an ordained minister per the Universal Life Church.
See, I'm not an ordained minister. I'm married to one, though. But see, that would mean I would die, though, because I'm the tragic, because she went online to do the thing because it was her brother asked her, "Will you marry us?"
Okay, yeah.
So she was like, "Sure, let me go online and see where I can get ordained."
No, I was at Fan Expo in Chicago for the Kevin Smith was the primary reason I'm there, probably waited 5 hours to get my autograph with him, and it's like, and I'm decent folk. I'm not, like, I know people are around us, like,
Mhm.
don't talk his ear off. And but I like Fan Expo. I know the tickets just dropped today for next year's in August, and it's like, yeah, I had to pay another $30 to watch that, to listen to hear him do it, host his Jay and Silent Bob Get Old podcast. I had to pay $30 to see uh Dominic Monaghan and Billy Boyd do their Friendship Onion podcast. Those are the Mary and Pip from Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Yeah, and that's the worst thing. I had to choose, and I still would have had to pay. I had to choose between Kevin Smith and Jay and Silent Bob Get Old, or the Hobbits reunion, Sean Astin, Elijah
Oh.
Wood, and Billy Boyd and Dominic Monaghan.
That's a tough call.
Yeah, but during the Kevin Smith podcast, like, Kevin Smith does marry somebody. So they do the Green Lantern. Their vows are passed over the Green Lantern Corps, based around them.
Excellent.
Yeah. So it's like one night drunk. It's like, why not? Oh, Stephen Colbert as well. I imagine Dwayne Johnson too. Like, but I'm just saying, like, it goes back to this movie, Skeleton Key, I think, is the earliest example I can think of. I go to Game of Thrones, obviously, easy. When we find out that Beric Dondarrion has died 6 times. It's because a drunk priest who doesn't even believe in the still said all the words, and it's like,
if
it's important to somebody, like, so yeah, I can't save myself with holy water, but and I thought
the power of metaphysics.
Right. I mean, I can't save myself, but I can go and give somebody, like, From Dusk Till Dawn, Harvey Keitel, the preacher who lost his faith.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he could turn this into holy water.
You can take this water and make it a weapon.
Are you a preacher without faith, or are you a bad, mother-loving vampire slayer? I'm a bad vampire slayer. Which, again, another movie. I know it's on Shudder, but I know it's on $7 at Best Buy if they still got copies of it. VFW.
Wait.
Stephen Lang, Bill Sadler, Martin Cove, Fred Williamson, David Patrick Kelly, George Wendt as veterans who have to fend off a bunch of drug addicts from their VFW. Really,
I haven't seen it. I remember when this came out. I looked at it. I haven't seen it yet, though.
Oh, yeah, it's on Shudder, and I pay the $57 a year for Shudder. Really not that bad a deal. I don't watch it enough. I don't think I watched it enough, but then again, it's like Hellraiser anytime I want. Pretty much all of the full moon features. Watching the interpretive dance right now. It's like, I know, I think I could talk to enough girls in the burlesque industry to do a Night of the Demons burlesque night. I mean, yeah, you could definitely do a trick with the lipstick and a pasty.
Oh my god, that's the weirdest scene. Like, the first time you see it, so I actually think when they first showed that weird scene, she's drawing lipstick around her face, and then you're like, okay, it's gonna be a 80s boob scene, cool, whatever. But then she does it, and she starts drawing lipstick all over her chest. But then it looks weird enough but real enough that you're like, is it just a bad lighting? And then all of a sudden she shoves the lipstick into her nipple, and you're like, wait, what?
Well, I mean, I spent a lot of time trying to date a stripper who had an inverted nipple, so it's like, yeah, I can see that. Yeah, sad story about that is, like, I had to watch Biodome and Hudson Hawk, and I couldn't even get a handy out of it. I kid. It's just more of like, because I blacked out one night there at her place and cracked my head open. So obviously, concussion protocol. So it's like,
Oh Jesus.
I mean, I understand if I like, yeah, just put myself in the friend zone if it wasn't already obviously. Oh, but no, it brings up the makeup effects though. And like the guy who did the makeup on this, I did document his name, Steve Johnson. He's got some pretty solid ones. The John Landis vampire movie, Innocent Blood, Dead Heat.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew that one was gonna was gonna hit a point hit with you. Big Trouble in Little China, Species. I guess he was the head on that one, and Blade, which is like,
What?
yeah,
How did he go from this to those?
yeah. But then again, he was working on Videodrome. If you've seen that one, David Cronenberg, 83, James Woods. Like there's some weird ass effects like that. I mean, it's body horror, but seems rather, I mean, not excessive body horror, say like Scanners with the blowing up heads or The Fly.
Right, but like it's everything about that he's done though has been quality though.
Yeah.
So like it hasn't been crazy explosion over the top, but all the prosthetics and the body building and like zombie bodies that he's made.
Yeah.
Like
Return of the Living Dead 3.
Yeah, like it's all been quality.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm genuinely impressed that he was able to snag this guy.
Yeah.
Or he might have this is like he might have known a guy who knew a guy,
right.
It's like, you remember that party when like I did you that favor?
Yeah, it's funny because I was just listening to the Rewatchables podcast on the Ringer Network on Spotify. They just did two, like it was for Bill Simmons. He's the guy who's founded the Ringer. It's like, and for the Rewatchables, we're going to do Boogie Nights, and it's going to be 2 parts. So it's like 4 hours talking about Boogie Nights, and of course, talking about the porn industry. And like, oh yeah, it's pretty favor based. That's why I bring it up. And yeah, so we're getting to the like paint, like the so on Shutter at least the image they have is definitely from the Shout Factory, or the, dare I say, Scream Factory DVD, or I'm sorry, Blu-ray edition. Like the artwork, it's all centered around her and the heart drawn on her face with the lipstick. It's like,
yeah,
but yeah, as I say, as they're prepping a coffin to shag in right now, it's like I remember as I brought up that movie You're Next, which is basically 3 guys in animal masks go and start slaughtering a family, and then there's a twist at one bit, and then they're trying to, you realize the twist, and it's like the people behind it, I want you to shag me by your dead mom. Isn't that a little obscene? Look what we're doing here. Why are you so limited? So it's like,
why are you so limited?
Great final deaths in that movie. And that guy went on to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. I think he's a writer, but still, I can't immediately think of his name. But I definitely recommend You're Next. It kind of like, I think the mask element of it, people just kind of like, oh, it's a Stranger's knockoff, but yeah, You're Next. Like that was a movie my ex, who I'm in still very good terms with, like when I started the podcast, like, oh, I'm gonna find you movies. Adam Wingard, that's the name of the director of You're Next. So I'm trying to, he did one of the VHS movies. So he's the director of not the Marvel universe. He directed Godzilla versus Kong.
Okay.
Uh, no, he's got the credit on VHS too. ABC's a Death, VHS, yeah. So yeah, once he broke pretty big. Um, so I mean, the only other horror director I really follow right now, I guess, is or I'm trying to cheer on is the Saska twins. Um, you probably are more familiar with the concept of American Mary, but their first big movie, which IFC distributed, was Dead Hooker in a Trunk. It's a horror comedy. It's like really low budget. Like they were telling stories about how they made that movie, and it's like, we're just doing this in Vancouver, and one point we're digging a hole in a park, and just the park ranger comes up to it. Oh yeah, what are you guys doing there? We're shooting a movie. Oh, okay. Oh yeah. All right, as long as you fill the hole back up when before you go. They eventually did a remake of Rabid, another Cronenberg movie, which I thought was probably a better movie than the original Rabid. Not saying the original Rabid was good though. I mean it's got its moments. Like you need to see it if you're a Cronenberg fan. But and then yeah, American Mary about the which obviously supposed to make you think of Mary Shelley, but it's a woman who starts with getting vengeance on the med school doctors who raped her, and then goes into body modification just from there, and yeah, I shared it with the sisters in Mobile. so
So I gotta ask, did you almost have a seizure during the interpretive dance scene as well? Because that, like, if you watch that with like lights out, it's awful.
No,
absolutely awful.
Strobe lights have not really done that much damage to me. Like the only time I've really ever had issues was with the Virtual Boy and Mario 64.
I mean, I'm joking, but like they like take the camera and literally point it straight at the strobe light
yeah.
for multiple times. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Like, we understand the strobe light is on. Why are we staring straight at the strobe light with the camera as an audience?
And this is why I'm just watching the movie. And it's like, and this is why, like, I had strippers, like, a stripper asked me, why does Russ like close my eyes when I'm shoving his doing this to him? And it's like, he's just trying to be polite. Yeah, no, I just know don't look at naked chicks at at certain points. Don't look at me. And then I think of the movie, so the Asian girl's about to get it, and it's like, think about that movie, It's My Party and I'll Die with I Want to, and like she's Asian girl topless in that one. Like, that's pretty much the only topless chick who gets killed in the movie. So it's like, huh. So there might be some stipulations on how to survive horror movies. I'm just gonna say it. Like, yeah, make sure you tape regardless of your race, tape your eyelids to your to the top of your brows,
and no hoops. You can't. No earrings. No hoops. Hoops are for horse.
Yeah, that's a classic rule, regardless. So it's yeah. And so yeah, Rogers finally ran into Sal, so about to do their best to survive. It's like, oh, and when Sal gets it, it's kind of like, all right, they're doing a 25 foot Spanish fly wrestling move. Like, I can see surviving that. You flat back it. Oh, he chose to stick around.
I gotta say, like, I don't understand. I think they could have done a better job with like how he in. So when they're doing it in the coffin, and here, the stooge comes in, he snaps the neck, the Asian, she dies.
Yeah.
But then like, why does he hold his arm outside of the coffin and like just hold it there to get it smashed off like over and over? Like they could have done anything to make it look a little bit better than that. Because he just keeps on doing it, and he's like, "Oh God, no! Don't keep doing the thing that I'm holding it here for you."
If you suggest that the shoulder's been dislocated in the first shot, the first slam, maybe I say maybe. I have a supplemented shoulder anyhow that never stays in place. So no, it's not that dislocation is not that painful. But I see it in wrestling a lot too. Like, why did Ruby put her arm, like, held her arm in the place of the car door for a good 4 seconds? Like, yeah, you should have had somebody inside the car holding her arm in before you, like. So yeah, it's different watching like low budget movies and being a professional wrestler. It's like, I mean, it gives you a different perspective because like, I mean, these movies, like they say they have stunt work, and like I've been trying to do this podcast about a movie that's pretty much you can only find on YouTube, called Kayfabe, the true story about the untrue sport of professional wrestling, which is a mockumentary. Hits very close to home from all the experience I had in the business. But yeah, it's just another movie I found I had to watch on YouTube for this podcast was Kodiak wanted to watch Low. I told you about that story.
Yeah,
that's
a good movie.
Yeah,
it's an interesting one.
Oh yeah. Yeah, can't go wrong with demons. At least I haven't run into too many. As long as they're straight up demons, like let's not. You don't really.
It's borderline like a cast of. It's only a cast of 3 people, and it could have been a cast of 2 because of prosthetics.
Yes,
if somebody was talented enough, that one, like that movie was really good for just the story aspect of it. It was a really good back and forth on that one.
Yeah. I'm just saying, with demons, it's kind of like, well, I'm trying to think of bad movies with demons, like, straight up, they don't really recognize that, Satan might be involved in this movie until like they're in the crematorium.
What was the Arnold Schwarzenegger one with the devil, End of Days?
Yeah.
So I guess it wasn't demons; it was the devil. So that one doesn't count,
right? So there's been some real bad movies like I've obviously seen because my ex-girlfriend would just like look at the timestamps. Well, this seems trashy. It fits the time. I'll buy it.
Then if you go Full Moon Production, Demonic Toys.
Oh yeah, I have not watched that yet. I mean, I finally just got around the Puppet Master a few months ago. So.
Okay.
You see, it's brought up a lot on the podcast that I was afraid of the dark as a kid until 12 years old or so. So gremlins were the worst thing for me. Like if I probably wasn't dating Allie when we went to the art theater in Champaign to see showing of Gremlins, I don't know if I would have gotten over the movie.
So I watched horror movies and things. Like I was forced at 8 years old. Like I had a lot of older brothers and sisters that were significantly older than me. Like 6 years older was the closest.
Yeah.
So like at 8 years old, they're forcing me to watch Misery, Halloween. So I'm like 8 years old watching OG Halloween at midnight with the lights out.
Yeah.
So all of these things are cool with me. You know what movie I could not handle until I was like 17 years old? Child's Play.
And that's another thing that gets brought up on the podcast. I had an agent, like, I don't know why my parents did this. Like, oh, Russ needs self-esteem. I was 7. Like, I don't know. They took me up to Chicago and got me signed to an agency. and I didn't get any work. But the closest thing I was considered for was Child's Play as Andy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, as I said, I never got the call. I'm just saying,
That's still cool.
yeah. But I can't say I've actually watched a Child's Play movie from beginning to end.
Like I can watch it now, but like first watching it, like I was like I think I was 15 or 16 when I finally like was forced to watch it because it was like friend's birthday or something like that, and like all of us, like there was 10 of us all in the basement,
Yeah,
all hanging out watching it, and the a-holes had one of those long trigger, like dinosaur trigger things that bite down.
right.
So the doll comes alive when he comes alive, screams at the mom,
Yeah.
and bites her.
Right.
They snuck up and bit my ear. At that moment, I leaped to my feet.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, my parents respected the MPAA. I mean, it got looser with every child after me, and there were only two others. But like my older sister, she's genius, but on the high end of the spectrum, meaning she wasn't really that difficult to deal with. Like, her routines, fine. So I was pretty much the oldest child, and it's like my parents, nope, it's R-rated, you can't watch it. It wasn't until Batman came out. It's like mom wanted to see Batman, so suddenly, oh, we're taking the entire family. The oldest one of us is 12.
Oh yeah, no, I was my parent, like I have a family, like a combined yours, mine, ours family, right? And the
Right.
closest one to me is 6 years older. So like they had already been raising, so they've got a small child again.
Yeah.
And everybody, including my parents, were used to like being able to watch what they wanted to.
Right.
And
Oh
so it's
no,
like you've been upgraded to
yeah. Oh no, it's like my little sister, she got a lot, like lots of freedom. My little sister got a lot more freedom than I did. Like basically, I have a friend, she said when she had her first kid, like she said, oh, it inspired me for like the first idea for a tattoo ever was a stack of flapjacks in honor of her daughter, with the concept being that flapjacks, you never keep the first flapjack, you're just testing the oil. So it's basically like, well, you learn from the first child, and then everything else follows. Okay. She attempted to save us from Rodney Davis, but she ran for Congress in 2020. Got 20% of the Democratic vote, but so progressive ticket. Like, good thing they never found me, because this dirt dirt I have. But I digress. I wouldn't have sold her out.
Yeah. I want to know why the Coffin Bang crew became like mindless zombies here. And
Yeah,
everybody
no.
else
I was
like, a
actually
purpose.
yeah, no, I was actually more disappointed from the lack of prosthetics on them. It's like, yeah, no, they're just I mean, the Matt character, appropriate name, what just lays down and does nothing. Matt, I'm gonna name you Matt. Yeah, it's just maybe is just has his eyes half open. And then I think it's one of those difficult things, you couldn't really do much to the Asian girl because, well, she was topless, but like we're gonna have to explain why you're not seeing anything from this point on.
No, I totally get that.
Yeah.
But like they could have done a different shot, a different angle, but then
Yeah.
that goes back to the whole Kevin Smith
Right.
Smith conversation again.
Yeah, just
What do you mean move the camera?
yeah. Yep. So, all right. So, yeah, Sal makes the heroic effort to save Angela. And there's the Spanish Fly, one rotation. Oh, not even. Yeah, no. If there wasn't a pallet to get impaled on, yeah, I could have. Well, what are you selling?
Yeah.
But granted, 80s wrestling. I shouldn't compare 80s wrestling to wrestling 40 years later, where I'm arguing with people like, no, you want to take the thumbtack spot instead of the Lego spot. The thumbtacks, they go in you, you're done. You roll out of them, you're done. The Legos stay. I mean, you're a parent. There's nothing worse than stepping on a Lego.
Oh no, yeah, Legos are awful. They're
Yeah.
straight up awful.
So,
Oh man.
but
Like, and then they're on the like, how big is this place? And like, I want to know. I want to actually see a design layout of this house. Like, because when they escape to the roof, all this, and then they're somehow on like a second level that's
yeah,
not the ground level,
right.
but then connected over here. Is that a bridge or a terrace? I don't know. Like, none of this makes sense for actual construction or layout,
Right. I do like
let
the
alone
bit.
how Roger got there.
Yeah, I do appreciate the Sal Romero tombstone bit.
That was
Yeah.
good.
1970 until now. um no, this is obviously a movie that they had a soundstage.
Yes.
A soundstage.
Got to
And
make these 3 rooms
yeah,
count.
right. Which reminds me, I gotta watch this movie. Dave Made a Maze.
Oh yeah, no, that's on my to watch
Yeah.
list as
Oh
well.
no, and like I used to listen to the podcast, the wrestling podcast. One of the stars was one of the performers was on, and like, yeah, man, no, you did a great job promoting. You never watched it, and I did a great job promoting it. Well, I was dating a girl who didn't like Army of Darkness, so it's not like it was going to she was going to be cool with me watching it one night. And he sent a tweet back, call that girl up so you can break up with her again.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know if like that's a healthy relationship to be in. Like, I don't know if I could like say that I'm in a relationship and be like, I'm happy where she doesn't like Army of Darkness. I mean, Evil
You know,
Dead, I can honestly say I could see why people wouldn't like Evil Dead.
Evil Dead or Evil Dead 2.
Evil Dead 2 it's a very specific horror. It is a
Yeah.
horror movie.
Yep.
Army of Darkness is pure joy.
Yeah, I know. It's like that's the first one I ever watched because like I've heard of it again. Like if it
Yeah,
wasn't
that was how I was introduced to Raimi was Army
yeah,
of Darkness
right.
when I was like 8 or 9 years old by my brother.
Yeah. So now Army of Darkness, like because it wasn't until I watched a documentary, Eye for Horror, I think was what it called on IFC back when IFC was good. Um about Dario Argento that I really thought, oh no, this is just art. It's not it's not that exploitive. I mean, it's very exploitive, but no, there's an art to it. Like once you see the scene from Trauma where where a little kid saves the day by activating the remote garrote on the villain and the head pops off and it's rolling and its name she's shouting her son's name as it rolls. Like, I mean, the worst thing about that documentary is realizing that, oh gosh, Dario Argento is just a creep. Like, I don't know if I could shoot my daughter topless.
Uh,
Like, I mean, I guess in the sense that, oh, she's going to be the chick from Triple X, but the Vin Diesel movie.
yeah.
Yeah, but no. But then I don't know. I've also got a creepy movie. Not a creepy movie. I mean, honestly, it's a movie that we should have all paid attention to called Scarlet Diva, which is like credited as the first movie completely shot on digital and released to cinema, which was directed by Asia Argento, the daughter of Dario, star of Triple X, Land of the Dead, where like she's just putting herself out there. Like, even has a, and like, my God, this is like, there's an entire thing like, oh, this is definitely a Harvey Weinstein.
Ooh, feels
Yeah.
dirty.
Well, as I said, this movie was shot in 2001, or like, and we didn't ask questions then.
Yeah.
So
I'm at the scene where they're at the crematorium.
yeah,
I love how like she's like, we gotta go open this door and look. It's obviously an
easily
oven.
yes,
It's not an exit door. There's no exit sign. Like, what would make you think to like, we gotta see if we can escape through the oven?
yeah,
Obviously, they had to like try to get a way to, get because rips off the gas line and flamethrowers,
right. Chekhov's
the
liner,
demons,
right?
but like that line, and this is where they also start to try to give Roger a character arc of
Yes,
being the coward to overcome in the end.
right. Yeah, like I'm still trying to figure out the end with him like falling off the top of the wall
And
then
somehow being able to climb back up it.
Yeah, yeah.
It was actually just looking, there is demon fangs on the skull she picks up from the ashes.
Oh, well, it's about to come up on this side.
Like, it's super subtle, but like I thought it was just supposed to be a human skull for crematorium. No, they put fangs on the skull.
Huh.
So did they do a lot of demon burnings at this mortuary?
Well, I mean, it's good to know there was a place to do that. I mean, I hate capitalism, but I can tell you when there's a market.
If there's a need.
Yeah.
I mean, he did build this around the river, so
right. Well, I mean, that's going on like, and that explains our customer service phone line. Like, no, I was like, I hate, because I used to work for a Ryder Customer Response Center, and that was basically something where they premium leasers to Ryder trucks would pay extra to get tech support from the United States directly. So it's like, we can't do that with our company. I'll pay. You want me to pay $200 a year? Like, I'd consider that instead of hoping that I return to my parents' house and get that $15 gift card to make up for the poor customer service. Like, all right, now, yeah, check out. I see. I missed it. It's the demon skull. I'm just now seeing him light him up.
Oh, so yeah, it's like right when she opens the door.
All right, yeah, yep. She's looking like, yeah. It's like the kid, like Roger should have known anyhow. Like, that's an oven. I'm kind of again. My father was a preacher.
Well, I mean, a preacher doesn't necessarily do the. I don't know. It's I'm trying to defend it, but then I'm like, I have nothing to defend here.
Yeah, no, yeah, you got fangs, yeah. Yeah, it's
I love how they stand there and watch the hinges screws just start to pop out.
Yeah.
They don't do anything to stop it.
Well, they do eventually realize, like, well, maybe we can outlast them.
Well, that's what they're saying, like, we can outlast them, but then they start pulling the hinges off the door. Like, pound the hinges back on. So instead of doing a logical thing and hit it something they could do, she goes, I have superhuman strength and can pull a gas line off the wall.
Well, my time in hospitality and rich guest wanting the fireplace to be operating, you learn what you can and can't do. Like no, no desire to get back in the hospital. Well, all depends on where you want to get back in the hospitality. Central Illinois, not a place.
Yeah.
Like, I go to Chicago for trips, and it's like Fan Expo or C2E2, and it's like Yeah, this is what you need. You need two people on all times. Pretty much left my last hotel job like, oh, why aren't you stopping these people from doing this? Well, they're kind of redoing the hotel. It's a remodel. I can't but you're the manager. Oh, no, 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 no. I am not getting a pay. I didn't say that, but it's like, no, I'm not the manager. Don't give me a title if you're not going to give me the pay. I am happy to be a grunt. So, yeah, then I just caught one of my notes like you know, when the arm comes off though and grabs her, it's like, why are we freaking out? You didn't watch the Addams Family? I mean, I'm a kid of the '80s. It's like you had Munsters and Animal and Addams Family replays, all reruns all the time. Before the Fox network came around, everything, that fourth
Yeah.
channel was nothing but reruns. Hey, thing, what's up?
Now they're somehow escaping back up away from the crematorium, back up to the end. And we can't get out.
Right.
We have to try.
Yeah.
I do feel like they get a little repetitive about this.
Yeah,
Like,
no, it drags. Like if you should have ended it at the crematorium.
or like not, they have too many climaxes.
Right. Like sorry, I just thought of an old Syphil and Ollie. If you're familiar with that show on MTV.
It's been a while, but yeah.
Yeah, sock puppets and like
Yeah.
one bit they're interviewing an orgasm.
Oh god.
Yo. All right, man. So multiple orgasms. That you just working harder? No, they don't exist. They don't exist. And then like, well, what is the G spot? Well, you can ask him himself. Hey, yeah, I'm G spot, man. And like, all right, well, thanks for your time. Yeah, and we'll
The
talk.
dramatic like somersault through the window. I
Yeah,
watched that. Like, it makes it look like he jumped out of like the second story window. I actually like stopped this because I was like, wait, I thought they were on the first floor.
Yeah,
Because he's like
no,
looking at himself like, oh my god, I survived. Dude, you're
yeah,
3 feet
no,
off the
yeah,
ground.
yeah. I was about to say, yeah, it's elevated a bit, but again,
And then she just walks out.
right? Yeah, you did the hard work. But it's like, yeah, no, because back when I was wrestling, it's like I did maybe 3 suicide dives in my time,
hmm
and I was a heel, a villain, and usually considered an incompetent one at that. Like my gimmick was the student of the game. No, we're going to emphasize the nerdiness. Oh, not the fact that I, studied martial arts. I wrestle, that before I got into professional wrestling, I spent the last 20, 15 years actually beating people up. That's an education. So like whenever I do a suicide dive, it's like, yeah, just move. So I'm gonna throw myself from the ring, run through the middle, through the top and middle rope, and I'm just gonna land on the concrete. But I don't know. Until I will say this though, until you are in situations where you have to consider doing something crazy, you think is crazy, you don't know if you can do it. Like I can run up the top. I could in the wrestling ring. I could run from one corner into the top court. Run up to the top rope, backflip, land on my feet. Fine. It's like, damn, I didn't. I didn't actually think that. Like why was I cheering on Dean Malenko? I could have been Rey Mysterio all the time.
Excellent. Hey, you got the hype for it.
Yeah, oh no, I did. That was a spot of mine. Was like I would run from one side and then hit the other ropes on the other side, but I'd go to the middle rope.
So the last scene with all the zombies here, the
Oh,
coffin, the
yeah.
crew, they put their clothes back on. They came out in full costume.
Huh. Yeah, no, I see that now. Yeah. Like
They took the time to pants, shirt.
that reminds me of Detective Pikachu. Like, after if you've seen that movie, there's after the
I
Smith.
completed the original Pokedex, sir. I saw
Oh,
that in the theater.
okay, all right. I didn't see it in the theater. Again, that's like girlfriend at the time. Like, you don't know Pokemon? Like,
I've seen a total of 4 movies in the theater in like the last 8
oh,
years.
yeah.
Pikachu, Deadpool 1 and 2, and um interesting enough, 3 of the 4 were Ryan Reynolds movies, and I just now realized that.
I mean, I hated Ryan Reynolds for a long time. It's like, dude, like you're just like, okay, yeah, you got great comedic timing. Are you a comedian? Like, we could have solved this Dane Cook problem a long time ago, where we could have shown that he stunk if he was Van Wilder. You could have just freaking acted, man. Never
See,
mind.
mine was because I saw them because the Deadpools were because that was like it just the moons aligned where we had a babysitter at the time.
Okay.
And it was just like we have a babysitter because it was we did not have we like had nobody to watch our kids for a long time, and it was
Right.
like we have a babysitter. What do we do? Go see a movie. We
Yeah.
used to watch movies.
Yeah.
What's out at the time? Deadpool.
Right. Yeah.
And then it was Deadpool, and then Deadpool 2
Right.
was the next
Oh no,
time we
yeah.
saw a movie theater.
Well, no children. It was basically Allie and I would like pretty much see a movie. Like, the only time we realized we didn't really have great taste was like Valentine's weekend. All right, we see Casablanca at the art theater, or you'd see Lego Movie 2 or John Wick 2. What sounds good? I don't know if I'm up for Casablanca. Okay, John Wick 2 or a Lego Movie 2. And I didn't really like either of the first ones. What? You can't bet 1,000 on that. I can understand not liking John Wick. I'm a cat person. So sorry, Daisy. I mean, and I shouldn't say, I mean, it's not like it didn't hit me. My grandma had a beagle. It's like, but no, Daisy got avenged. It's like, Allie, you love pit bulls. He gets a pit bull at the end. Like, I think it. So
We got smoke bombs. The sun's coming out.
yep, yeah, no, yeah, I'm already to the point where he's eating that apple pie.
Oh, okay. So you passed my favorite line in the entire movie as they're like obviously walking past like
Yeah.
and obviously like something bad has happened.
Yeah.
Like they
Out
covered
all-
in dirt, blood,
Yeah.
rotten pig trash.
Yeah.
The old man.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
The old man just hating on everybody
Yeah.
and like just looks at him like they look like they're hurt or something is wrong, and he just says rotten pig trash.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great wraparound. And then again, I don't think it works that way. The razor blades in your.
You don't notice it before you swallow it.
Oh, yeah, I'm just saying. I think they make it through the. Yeah, if you didn't catch it, it's gonna make it through the system.
Oh God, that would just be.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't know if I'd rather the quick death or the trip to the hospital in that.
Which one is worse?
Yeah. So
that's the worst case of hemorrhoids you've ever seen.
Oh, I didn't want it to get that far. I'd rather have the freaking like if you've have you seen Three Kings? Mark Wahlberg, George, yeah, when they're talking about getting shot.
It's been a long time.
Okay, yeah, but they're saying like the sepsis that
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, no, I'd rather have that than to deal with the razor blade coming, making it the complete trip. And I've had,
Could you imagine being married to this old man? How
oh,
she's like, "How's the food?" It's kind of crummy. Oh, really? Because it's homemade. Just like being told your cooking is awful and like everything is awful.
yeah, it's, uh, I don't know. It just brings me back to work, and it's like a couple. I mean, I see this old guy like in a wheelchair bitching about stuff, and then he's like, somebody tries to respond, and it's like, well, I'm hard of hearing. It's like, why don't we just let you out in the woods and see what happens? Like there was the old Jim Henson show, Dinosaurs.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there's like the third episode is called Hurling Day. And the idea is like this back in the ancient times, a dinosaur who's like just turned 70. It's like, you know what? I've had enough. I'm holding the herd back. I wake up so many times a night. I'm not doing us any good. So I'm suggesting that you hurl me over a cliff for the betterment of the herd. And then one of the guys thought some, you know what? I'm not saying that's a bad idea. And with that said, is it all right if son-in-laws get to throw their mother-in-laws over the cliff? Yeah. So the entire episode centers around our main dynasty, the Earl, yeah, mother-in-law is turned 70. And like, yeah, he's getting pumped to throw out the kid, and Robbie, the son, is like, no, man, we're above this. It's not life or death anymore. But there's one bit like he's getting all excited. So, what do you want for dinner? I want everything. I want to be stuffed before I get thrown. Go ahead. You're going to be worth the hernia. So that's the kind of it's bad enough these people vote for Trump. It's like, oh, Joe Biden's too old to be president. Maybe you're too old to vote. I mean, we have a limitation of how young you can be to vote.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
So,
maybe. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, keep in mind I was a satire. Like I was considered by most strippers in Peoria to be like the smart, like he's the most intellectual guy. Yeah, I write stories about making jokes about the guy who set himself on fire at my truck stop. Like, yeah, that's called a coping mechanism, but it's satire. Or by suggesting that, you know what, 40 years is enough. Like you suggest, like I had the idea that like it comes from Monty Python and the meaning of life. Like this man has chosen his own execution method, and he basically gets ran off a cliff by running from topless women. Like, yeah, no, I'm cool with that. And then it's like I suggested like, yeah, you tell a guy here, I'll offer you two options. You get to lay back and have Scarlett Johansson on top of you. Keira Knightley would be my preference. I digress. And the moment you nut, your head is laying across a guillotine. You nut, she cuts. Or you can have prostate exams. Or you could have prostate exams from age 45 to, and I thought it was 40 at the time. Or you could have somebody, a stranger, stick his fingers up your ass every year. You sell that to a guy at a fraternity, I'm thinking they're taking the.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
you could probably get a few buyers there.
Right. And I'm not saying you don't. I'm not saying that it's we're gonna kill everybody at 40. I'm saying I'm giving you a choice. I just couldn't come up with the female equivalent to that setup. So yeah, so that's yeah, so yeah, freaking out over Southern Dawn. Like the yeah, as I say, the dialogue does not really pick up until the demons start talking.
Yeah, it's kind of choppy. Like they go like it feels very much like they're reading their lines like scene to scene, and then
Yeah.
once the demons start to come in, it starts to feel like they started to get more comfortable.
Right.
Like it really feels like, even though with you shooting scenes and stuff, like you don't always do it in order, it really feels like some of this stuff was actually shot in order,
Right.
because some of the earlier stuff of the movie, it feels a little bit more robotic. And then once the demons take over, everybody starts to get more into it. Either that or the director like starts giving them more direction.
Right. I mean, there's just really not much dialogue to work with. I mean, as I
It,
say, like until the demons come with, it's like you're just reading your lines. Well,
except for
the,
Stooge, the dude that played Stooge went
uh,
like he went to a 15 out of 10 like on everything.
well,
But like,
that's like I don't know. It's like I want to check out Stooge's IMDb just to see
did he have
of
anything
anything
else?
else. Yeah, which yeah, let's see, Stooge. Night of the Demons. Yeah. Roger is played by Alvin Alexis. So, and then Stooge is Hal Havens. Known for he showed up on Parks and Rec.
Huh.
Yeah. He showed up on. Well, he's getting a lot of TV work. He's
He was on
on
Life.
West. Yeah, he's in Life, Westworld. I mean, he's only getting like one episode at a time. Westworld, Lethal Weapon, Fear of the Walking Dead, 2 episodes for that one. I never watched that on Adult Swim. Your Pretty Face is Going to Hell.
I never saw that.
Yeah.
He was on Mad TV.
How many episodes, I guess?
1, 2, 3, 4.
That might have been a run. Yeah, Dragnet, Dirt, ER, Monk, Last Chance, Mad TV, Silk Stockings. That's for our wrestling fans out there. Welcome Home, Roxy Carmichael, Witch Trap, Tour Duty.
Oh, here's a number that, or a name that I gotta check out. Sorority Babes in the Slime Ball Bowl-O-Rama.
Ooh. Yeah, that goes back to my B movie experience. It's like,
Oh man, it's bowling, and there's like a monster. You gotta click on this. This looks amazing.
as part of sorority ritual, pledges and their male companions steal a trophy from a bowling alley. Unbeknownst to them, it contains a devilish imp. Okay. That's suggesting you got me a midget. Sorry, dwarf. Little person. I always got thrown off by like dwarf. It's like now this is going to be my context warning of the episode. Like, why did you want to be dwarfs? Like, what that was going to be your title? Like that like that's Gimli, man. No, Gimli's cool. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, what about elves? I mean, you don't like the Santa gig? Then again, I like. I'm just saying, if you're gonna choose a fictitious life form created by, I'm just
Oh
saying.
man, I'm seeing the trailer for this in the background. I'm absolutely watching this later. This looks like pure
Yeah.
gold.
All right, I'm gonna have to. Let's see. I'll hit just watch right now.
And and it came out the same year as this, so this
Yeah,
was
Sorority Babes, and it's on Tubi and Pluto TV
yeah.
or the Roku channel if you have that.
Well, all right then.
Yeah, I was about to say. So you come for Night of the Demons, you leave with Brain Dead, and
Sorority babes in the slime ball bowl-orama.
damn, like as I say, that just seems too good. Honestly, like I saw like Bikini Babes Christmas, and it's like, oh gosh, this ended up being shit. like, like it's like I've seen in the double feature with that one because like it was originally like just the guy running double features, and then like Drunken Zombie, a podcast out of Peoria, took it over. They would do like a new low budget movie, and then no budget movie, I should say. Like I've bought so many of those just to study. What can I do better? Granted, I don't want to direct. I have my movie script. I'll produce it. But then it's like then you'd see an older movie. So it's like after that, Bikini Girls Christmas was bad. It's like, oh geez, I've seen Santa Claus versus the Martians, God, so many times.
They're remaking Night of the Demons.
I thought they already had remade a Night of the Demons.
Well, okay, it just said, oh, okay, it might be in this trailer. It just said, I haven't seen the remake then. I've only seen the original. Could have just said, it just said coming soon, Night of the Demons. And it showed the clip of it. They did their own version of the lipstick scene. And
I'm surprised you can, like, it now, like, people would be up for that.
I mean, and what? Yeah, I don't know. You go low budget enough.
Well, no, I'm sure, but it's like when I talk about It's My Party and I'll Die If I Want to. Like, I was disappointed that the lead actress decided to use stunt boobs and a stunt butt.
Like stunt butt.
Yes, I'm an Orgasmo fan, and we used to joke around that with wrestling. Like the switcheroo rube in it. No, we're just gonna. I think they told me at one time. No, they just stopped the movie. They stopped the wrestling match and yelled out "stunt cock," and somebody else goes into the ring. I gotta watch that one again. Like, oh, $5 on iTunes? Yeah, I'm buying Orgasmo. All right, so that is Night of the Demons. As I say, we leave with sorority.
Sorority babes in the slime bowl boilerama.
Yep. So rarely do we leave with just definite recommendations. Well, I mean,
well, we don't know if it's good or not. We just came
I was
across
gonna say
the
Brain Dead. Brain Dead is fun. Like, but yeah, sorority girls and slime ball. Yeah, can't promise you that. You'd imagine that probably was on up all night at some point though. If you remember back in the days of USA late night Fridays and Saturdays, like Bikini Car Wash edited.
Oh man, those.
It's like it's weird, but you get the best commercials aside from the sex ads. Like KMFDM had a commercial for their their greatest hits and their remix album, like or rarity album. Like, damn. Kind of, I don't like that much capitalism being shown by these guys, but
846 KINK.
Oh, all right. So, so you have any social media or anything you want to plug?
You know what? Right now, I'm just Tim. So,
all right, it's Tim Bates. You can find him on North Prospect. That's the most details will. Sorry, I lost my job over my bank job over a blog. So, I mean, if you go back to the old episodes, you know what we're talking about. We're hinting about.
If you do want to check out some of the stuff I've done, I do tabletop board game openings and reviews and things.
All right.
I've taken a little bit of a hiatus for a while, but I am starting to film and review things again. It is Evil Penguin Games.
Yeah.
So not related to this, but if you're interested in that kind of thing, it's out there.
All right. Well, there we go. You can, of course, find the podcast on all your devices. 90 for Chill, the podcast, all your favorite podcast apps. You can just tell Alexa, play the most recent, or Google Nest, play the most recent podcast by Russ Stevens. I'm just still surprised I beat that English magician to it. I don't know if he's still alive, but like that's the only other Russ Stevens like I could find. Otherwise, if you want to talk crap about the show, do that at CatBusRuss. If you want to help the show, rate and subscribe on your favorite podcast apps. 5-star reviews. If you're a podcaster, I will reciprocate. And you can be honest about the criticisms. I just want the stars. So, otherwise, thank you, Stacia Harden, for being my inspiration to keep trying to pay homage, like do something grand to pay homage to your memory. And thanks for all the people you've touched in your life. And if you want to be on the podcast, most importantly, I'm still surprised I haven't been able to get 2 people down for October. It's spooky month. Everybody's got a movie they want to talk about now. I don't want to turn to the new guy just to talk about Evil Dead. So you can go and send an email to rustthebus07@gmail.com. That's RUSSTHEBUS07@gmail.com. To offer me a movie, a theme, a director, an actor. Just focus on sub 100-minute material. But if you got to talk about Amadeus, I can figure a way to make it work. So thanks for coming. Thanks for coming to the show. Thank you very much, Tim, for coming to my rescue, which is pretty much what I have to say to every guest on the show.
Thanks for having me.
All right. So, and we'll be back next week. Oh, sorry, they reorganized the buttons.
Can I hear a wahoo?